This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and welcome to a special edition of Performance Gears, where today in 2020, on 4/13, remembering Mamba Day, we're going to go over the top 5 Kobe's ever. Let's get right into it. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you for watching the channel. Please feel free to subscribe down below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Now today, I do this video with a heavy heart. On this day, 4/13/2020, we just found out Karl Anthony Towns' mother has passed away due to COVID, or the coronavirus. And even though he's not a close friend, that's still something that hits home. In fact, one of our close friends here in Chicago, the owner of Nini's Deli, one of the best restaurants in the country, his father just passed. And as many of us know people who have passed from this virus that hits closer and closer to home, the more real and maybe a little bit scarier it gets. So I encourage everyone to stay at home. If you're watching this in the future, hopefully this video is still fun to watch, but I just want to let you guys know, even beyond all that, Kobe Bryant passed this year. So going over the top 5 Kobe's really is bittersweet. So love Kobe, always was a fan, love his shoes, and to go through it now that he's gone it's kind of weird. But hopefully we can pay him the respects, and there's a lot of players who are playing with that Mamba mentality. They're gonna allow his legend, his legacy to live on. So without further ado, the top 5. All right, so I do want to give one honorary mention, and that's going to be the Kobe NXT, and this is after AD, maybe I said that wrong, AD NXT FF, the Fast Fit. This is an incredible Kobe, and it's not quite in my top 5. In fact, maybe it should be number 1, but I'm not going to give it that respect considering Kobe did not play in these. But this is definitely an awesome Kobe that I felt that he was involved with the process of how this was made and the engineering that went into it. This has a React foam in combination with Cushlon foam with a fast fit system. And all these things are just technologies you can't get in any other shoe. Now, this is no longer really available or for sale, but I definitely want to give it high praise, and I have plenty of reviews out there if you guys wanted to take a look. All right, the second thing I wanted to get out of the way is the Protros. Kind of cheating. Want to give them their full due respect, because in all reality, the Kobe 1 Protro and the Kobe 5 Protro are absolutely elite and might rank there with some of the best Kobe's ever. The problem is you're taking a Kobe that was in its own right, the 1 and the 5, a really good shoe, and you're going back in hindsight and being able to fine tune it where Kobe had a hand to it, his engineering team, where they can make it lighter, they can improve upon something that was already good. So that to me is a little bit cheating. Both are amazing. If you guys are wondering why I'm not talking about the Kobe 4 Retro, which I won't call it a Protro because it wasn't really that much of a performance upgraded retro. It was just a retro Kobe. Now the Kobe 4, I think made its name really because it was the first low top performance basketball shoe, or the first widely regarded if you guys want to get into semantics. That doesn't make it the best, even though it did have some great qualities. And with that being said, let's get into number 5. Number 5, ironically, is the Kobe 5. This thing is awesome. Essentially, this has improved on being a low top over the 4 in almost every regard. Now, I am cheating. This exact pair is the Protro. I do have 2 pairs of OG original 5s, but they're somewhere in this mess, and I didn't really want to get them out, so please forgive me. The Protro, I do think is better, but it's close. The original 5 is known for being thin. The upper just moves your foot. lightweight. This is when Kobe really first started becoming very tight with his engineering team as far as wanting a low top shoe, wanting to be closer to the ground. The heel zoom felt incredible. The meta zoom bag, which obviously would be here in the original, now it has a giant zoom bag in the Protro, felt really good. And that's where you normally are on the balls of your feet right there. So the fact that it didn't have it the rest of the shoe, you didn't miss that much. Now they're playing with the new one. I think I prefer the new one, but this is such a revolutionary Kobe. The 5 still heralds as one of the best Kobes ever. And again, this is number 5 in an elite list, and I would take this shoe over a lot of other LeBrons, Jordans, Melos, throw out a name that you want to compare it to. Anything from the Harden line, from the Curry line. The Kobe 5 is elite in pretty much any era, from the cushion to the traction to the materials used. I don't think it was the most durable, and I think that played a factor into being so lightweight, where it was really meant for on-court use and getting the best performance when you're able to use it. But absolutely fantastic shoe. Number 4, Kobe 6. And this, I would actually say, is the best Zoom Kobe. From here on out, it did start to switch more to lunar, or maybe a combination, and foams, and that was because they were able to get a little bit lighter weight, closer to the court. You can argue impact protection what you want, but if you want a Kobe with Zoom Air, it doesn't get much better than the 6. Now, they improved upon the 5 by making it slightly more durable. The upper was definitely a lot more malleable, where it molds to your foot a lot better. It actually had an insole that they said molded to your foot, and after you played on it, it is kind of this styrofoam take. Ironically enough, the next time they use this is now in 2020 in the new KD13. Shout out to Nightwing in his review, where even the insole molds to your foot. So you have an insole that molds to your foot, you have an upper that molds to your foot, giving just a 1-to-1 fit. It is beautiful. The Zoom Air felt fantastic. The traction was a little bit more aggressive than the Kobe 5. So again, these are not outdoor options, but more aggressive, had more coverage. It just had better traction, had better cushion. It felt lighter weight on foot. It moved with you. This is an unbelievable shoe, and it's tough to say that there's 3 Kobes better than this. Number 3 is the Kobe 11. This is the last Kobe he played in, and arguably, any one of these you could say is your favorite Kobe, and I'm not going to argue with you guys. The order I put him in was essentially the order of the actual performance, from the traction to how the cushion felt, to the fit, to the materials, the support, and then how well it worked for the majority of players. So there's going to be a few of you who think any one of these are number 1, and they're amazing. But the 11 I have as number 3, simply because the next 2 are a little bit better in different regards, but this does everything well. The Flyknit on this is probably one of the best Flyknits used on any basketball shoe. I love the kind of fish line material they put in it, so it allowed the knit to be completely soft and malleable, but still have a lot of containment, way more than you would think from something that is an extreme low top shoe. The cushion is probably the best cushion factory from a Kobe. And what I mean by that is not swapping midsoles between shoes. Out of the box, that articulated lunar with a huge heel zoom, which was a throwback to the heel zoom on like something like the 5 or the 6. It's comfortable, it moves with you, it's relatively lightweight. The only knock on it, unless you got a solid traction outsole, the traction was iffy, but if you got a solid traction off solid rubber, the traction was still really good. But definitely a step down below on number 2 and number 1. I love this shoe. I have multiple pairs, and I think a couple. This might be dead stock. I may have worn it once. If you guys are wondering what colorway this is, I did have this customized in gold, so it did match the rest of the Elite series. Number 2, and this one was really tough for me, because I think this personally might be number 1 to a lot of you, maybe number 1, but I want to stick to performance. Sneak peek there. The Kobe 8. The Kobe 8. This is the lightest shoe. The lightest basketball shoe almost ever made. This is the second lightest, only to the Crazy Light from Adidas. I believe it was the Crazy Light 2 that surpassed it. But comparatively, this was lighter while also having way more support, better cushion, better traction, just blew it away while also being stupid light. It's incredible. Now, this continued the Kobe system, which I'll have a full video on, that they started with the Kobe 7, where because you had different dropped-in midsoles, you were really able to get a customized fit for the cushion. Now, this came factory with Lunar. If you had the superhero model, this came with heel and forefoot zoom, although with a very firm Phylon foam. And then this specific model in the Elite came with heel zoom with a Cushlon. And I don't know if I like that one the best, or maybe I like the Lunar the best, or really just swapping in the LeBron 11 cushion, the Kobe 11 cushion, and making the cushion on this that much better. The traction was a huge upgrade and really improved upon where the 5, 6, and the 7 came to play with that herringbone, as well as kind of that scale pattern on the bottom of the shoe. Real carbon fiber. The materials on this, especially the Elite models, were incredible. The amount of support you got, the locked-in fit, this was next generation. And I'm not sure how they're going to improve this if they do a Protro. Simply because the only thing they can do is add a different drop-in midsole, which you could have already done. But I'm excited to see what they can pull out for any one of these if they want a Protro. Now, if you're wondering why this isn't number 1, I'll give you a guess. The number 1 Kobe of all time, and please guys, feel free to debate it in the comment section, is the Kobe 9 Elite. Specifically, in my humble opinion, this pair, the high top Elite, even though personally I may love more to play in the low tops, and in the multicolor masterpiece colorway. I love all the colorways. I have, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of Kobe 9s, all fantastic. Traction, some of the best all time, if not the best all time. The level of support is more than any Kobe ever made. So you have #1 traction, you have #1 support. The materials are just so strong. Maybe they improved on it with the 11 because it moved with you and it was more adaptable. But this offered more containment simply because it was more structured, even though that was more breathable. The cushion had about 15% more Lunar than the 8, which was just enough for a bigger guy like me and most big men to really enjoy. This, by all means, was absolutely a fantastic shoe, is a fantastic shoe. If you're able to get it in any regard, jump on it. The Kobe 9, my personal opinion, but also maybe I can back it up with the performance numbers and comparisons, that this is the best Kobe ever made. With all that being said, if you are a size 12, I am posting this pair, because the times call for it, of a worn once Kobe 9 low, or Kobe 9 Elite low Moonwalker edition. The bottom is not as clear because this was worn on the court for probably 3 hours. You can take a picture. I mean, you can look at the pictures on eBay where there's no wear on the outsole. The Lunar was, again, used for maybe 2-3 hours. These are incredible. Really only letting them go just because you need to raise funds, guys. Let me know if you want a pair. Right now, I have them listed at below market value, which is still kind of high. So DM me. Let me know if you want this pair. And I want to be as fair as possible, but at the same time, we need to keep the channel running. So any support I get from you guys, I really do help. You can definitely check out our Patreon, where if you guys want to support the channel, you can do it in that regard. But this pair is on our eBay channel. And if you're looking for a new, pretty much Kobe 9 that you can enjoy on court, when we're able to get on court, this is a pair you can get for yourself. Guys, girls, all my athletes out there, thank you for watching. Happy Kobe Day, Mamba Day. Really miss and weird to think that he is not here with us. But first ballot Hall of Famer, icon, legend, Prayers go out to all the families who are dealing with the coronavirus, whether you have sick loved ones or loved ones who possibly have passed. Guys, we're in this together. Do your part as far as staying at home. Thank you to all the essential workers out there, those who are in the grocery markets, those who are in the medical field, law enforcement. Guys, thank you so much for everything you do. Those who are in logistics and shipping, those who are working hard at Amazon and UPS. We really appreciate you guys. Hopefully this channel is something you can enjoy and come back to years later where this can help you out in deciding what Kobe you want to get. As always, this is Levi Sneaky Ears. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll come at you later.